Today we're going to make some frozen banana lollies. So this is a way of having a nice sweet treat and feeling that you've had a lolly or an ice cream, but actually still staying healthy and having some fruit. So very easy. 3 ingredients is all we need. Banana, some chocolate. Now you can use milk chocolate, white chocolate, plain chocolate, whichever one you want. And then some kind of coating. Now I've gone for a very traditional hundreds and thousands here to remind us of the old-fashioned fab ice lollies, but you could use crushed up biscuits or nuts or something like that, but we're going to go with hundreds and thousands today. So first thing you're going to need to do is melt your chocolate. You've got 2 ways of doing this. You can either break it up, put it into a plastic or a glass bowl and put that in the microwave, probably for about 20 seconds at a time, then check it and stir and put it in again. The other way to do it is to do it on the cooker, and I'll show you that's how I've been doing mine. And I've started this off. So you start with a pan with some water in it, just with some warm water. You get another bowl that sits over the top. Now this can be metal or glass. You break your chocolate into there and then you just very gently leave that on the cooker and it will slowly melt your chocolate. So that's how I've done that. So all I've done is use half a bar of chocolate into there and left that on the cooker to melt. So I'll put that back on the cooker. So that's our chocolate started. Then we need to prepare the banana. Now for this, you're going to need some kind of stick. So either a lolly stick, like this, or I've actually got a lolly making kit, and those are the little handles and holders from that. So I think I'll use a bit of both today. So all we're going to do with our banana, to open it up. Now depending on the size of your banana will make a difference as to how many lollies you're going to make. These bananas are quite large, so I think I'm probably going to make 3 lollies from this one. So you can take the little stringy bits off the bananas if you want to. So yeah, large banana, so I'm going to cut mine into 3. If you've got quite a small banana, you might only cut it into 2. So I'm just going to cut it into 3 roughly equal portions. And then you need to put your stick or your holder onto each of your pieces. So I'm going to do one with a lolly stick, just push that into the end so that you've got that one. I'm going to do one with the holder, push that in, and as I've got another spare holder here, I think I'm going to do that again and do another one with the holder. So now we've got 3 bananas ready. The other things you're going to need to get ready then are either a roasting tin or a tray or something like that. Something that's okay to put into the freezer. And I'm going to line mine with baking paper. This just helps to stop the lollies from sticking to your tray. But if you haven't got any, you should be okay to go straight onto your metal tray as long as it's clean. So I'm just going to line that like that, ready to use. So I've got my bananas, my chocolate is melting. The other thing I need to get ready now are my topping, which is my hundreds and thousands. So what I'm going to do is put some onto a plate. Just makes it a little bit easier than trying to tip them out of the pot or trying to pick them up out of the pot. So I've just got some onto a plate like that. So next stage, we are ready for the chocolate now. So let me collect my chocolate. Here it is. You can see that that's all nicely melted now. And what we need to do now is cover the bananas with chocolate. You've two ways of doing this. You can either dip the banana into the chocolate mixture, or you can spoon it over the top. So with something like this, what I'll do, I'll hold it over the bowl, and then I'll probably just drizzle the chocolate over the top. Now you'll need to decide how thick you want this chocolate to be. You don't want it to be too thick. That will make it more difficult for it to set, and also it won't be quite as healthy. So I'm just making sure there is chocolate all the way around this. Let's put a bit more on. All the way around like that. Make sure that you've got some over the top as well, and you can smooth that off. So as you can see, you could do this with white chocolate. Just make a few different ones. There we go. So that's the first one done. Next stage for that one is to put our topping on. So all I've got is my hundreds and thousands, and I'm just going to hold it over the plate, and I'm going to sprinkle those on. As I say, if you would rather use some crushed up almonds or hazelnuts or something like that, you can do. You could use chocolate sprinkles, so all sorts of things. There we go. So that one is done. I'm going to put that onto my tray, ready for it to go into the freezer. So what we need to do now, we need to do the other two. So we'll do the same thing again. So with the banana. And the really nice thing about these is, particularly when there's some hot weather and we feel like a bit of a treat, we feel like that ice lolly, that ice cream, or we're really wanting that chocolate bar. You know, they're not always that healthy for us, and they're just an occasional treat. But by doing this, you're getting that nice sweet taste of your chocolate and your hundreds and thousands, but you're actually getting some fruit as well, so it's keeping it a lot healthier. Just get enough on that. And you just have to be careful not to make the chocolate too thick, or it will run off. Make sure it's over the end. There we go. Hundreds and thousands onto this one. And they don't take that long to freeze. Once you put them in the freezer, the chocolate will probably be set in about half an hour. But if you want the banana to be frozen, so if you just want set chocolate but not frozen banana, then half an hour will do it. But if you want it more like a lolly, particularly in the hot weather, then you can probably need to leave it in for about 2 hours for the banana to freeze. And the good thing is you can store these once you've made them, so you can make a few at a time, and you can store them in the freezer and get them out and eat them as a lolly when you just feel like that little treat. So here we go, last one. Let's do the top of that. Make sure there's not too much. So hundreds and thousands onto the last one. That one's all covered. So now I have 3 ready to go into the freezer. So you just put them into the freezer flat and give them some time to set. If you've got some leftover chocolate, because I've melted more than I needed, you can put that into something and allow it to set again, as long as you haven't got any bits of banana or hundreds and thousands in it. If you've got an ice cube tray, you can put chocolate into your ice cube tray and it will set again, and it'll freeze them. It'll set into little chocolates. No need for it to go into the freezer. So it'd be like a little bit like making your own chocolates. So that can be saved for another time. So they'll go into your freezer. After kind of half an hour or even longer if possible, you can get them out. These are some that I did this morning. So I did these about 2.5 hours ago. So these now have set. What I'm going to do, I will show you on. So now that's completely set. Chocolate's gone hard. And what I'm going to do, rather than bite into it, I'm going to slice it and show you. So I've sliced into it. Oh, some of the chocolate's all coming off the edge. But that now has got frozen banana in the middle. And then your nice set chocolate. And you can eat that like a lolly. What you can do, if you don't have any lolly sticks or something to use as a handle, you could just do this with a whole banana or sections of banana and not put a handle on it, and then just slice it like this and eat the slices of banana and chocolate. So it doesn't matter if you haven't got a lolly stick. So very simple, 3 ingredients: banana, chocolate and some kind of coating. So a very cheap, quick and healthy way to make yourself a sweet treat homemade ice lolly. Why don't you have a go at home to make your own?